Today, we are going to be talking about a blog post that I wrote a while back called The Neat Things About Neat Calories. So, if you haven't already read the blog post, this is going to cover roughly the same things that blog post did. However, if you have, it was a while ago that I posted this blog, so this could be a good refresher as to the information that I have already covered. NEAT, or NEAT, is an abbreviation for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is essentially any type of physical activity that we do that isn't purposeful in an event trying to be exercise. So going to the gym, that's purposeful. Gardening, that would be non-intentional, so that would count as NEAT. Going up the stairs in order to reach your bedroom if you're on your main floor, that would also count as NEAT. Tapping your foot whenever you are doing something just as like an anxious response or just what you do, that's also NEAT. Doing the stair stepper at the gym, that's purposeful, that wouldn't be NEAT. So hopefully that kind of gives a breakdown as to what qualifies and what doesn't qualify as NEAT calories versus intentional exercise calories. Now, a lot of times whenever you listen to people talk about burning more calories in order to lose weight, or maybe just to be able to eat more, they're going to talk about the purposeful exercise being going on the treadmill, going for a run, swimming, biking, whatever else, right? The reason I'm bringing up NEAT calories is because it's a way to get a lot of extra calories that you can burn throughout the day without really having to do that much. And it's a lot easier to do than go to the gym and do purposeful exercise or go for a run or whatever else. It's just simpler things. Now, it might not account towards the same amount of calories. However, as I'll show, it can be a decent amount over the span of a day, and that can be beneficial towards your weight loss or whatever other goals you have. Some other benefits of increasing your NEAT could just be increasing your step count for the day. Otherwise, increasing blood flow, which can help with, after you've done a long workout, increasing blood flow to the areas that you have trained can make less soreness over time. Otherwise, just increasing your respiratory and cardiovascular fitness. Obviously, going upstairs, once or twice extra a day isn't enough to really make huge steps in the right direction, but it's better than nothing. It's better than being sedentary. So these small little changes over time can add up. Now, I did say that for the most part, it's not going to be significant changes in calories. However, there are some examples that could point to the fact that people who are very sedentary through their work or whatever else, doing these changes could make serious differences. One study pointed to the fact that two people of regularly same weight and body composition, their NEAT calories could be different up to 2,000 calories per day, which is pretty insane. Now, that's probably not what the average is, but even if it's 500 calories difference between you and someone else, 500 calories every single day for a week is a pound of fat. So somebody could be losing an extra pound compared to you because of just NEAT calories alone. So I think it's worth talking about and worth maybe investing some effort into trying to increase your NEAT calories, because it's an easy way to lose extra weight without really having to do much. You don't have to go to the gym an extra day. You don't have to do an extra run per week. You just have to change a couple things that I'll talk about. So let's say in your house, you have a bathroom on the main floor and the top floor. If you spend most of your time on the main floor, walk upstairs to use the bathroom upstairs. Simple way to increase your step count, increase your heart rate, burn more calories. Same thing for your workplace. If you have a workplace where there's multiple floors, just go to the bathroom out the bottom floor if you're on the top floor or whatever else. That's going to increase your step count. Same thing that can be said for the workplace about using the bathroom on a different floor. If you have an elevator, try and use the stairs instead of using the elevator, either to the bathroom or just to work or whatever else. That way, you're going to increase the amount of steps that you're taking instead of just standing in the elevator. It's not going to be that much longer to take the stairs than the elevator, unless obviously, you're on like the 10th floor or something at your apartment or whatever. I get that in that case, but even if you want to take 2 flights of stairs and then use the elevator for the rest of the 8, whatever you can find to just burn a little bit more calories, that works. Another one that I've used a lot and I think is super easy for people to do is just parking in the back of the parking lot. If you go to the grocery store or you're going to the mall or whatever else, anytime that you go somewhere that there's a large parking lot, just park in the back of it. Super easy way to get an extra couple steps in. The walk to the door isn't that long in comparison, and you're just burning more steps. Another thing, if you're going to the grocery store or something, put your cart away. Obviously that's, kind of a tangent to what this is, but it does increase your steps. If you don't put your cart away, you're being a jerk because it's super easy to do, but also you're losing steps in the process. So I thought I would mention that as well. Now, let's say you're doing laundry. Take the hamper that you usually use, if you can find a smaller one, or just take less in each hamper load to your room. That's more steps every single time that you do your laundry. If you're on the phone with someone, make sure that you're pacing whenever you're on the phone. For me personally, whenever I'm taking client calls, I prefer to be standing and walking instead of just seated, not only because of this reason in which I want to increase my NEAT calories, but also I just find that I think better whenever I'm moving a little bit and I can pay better attention, but I can also give better answers. For me, it's just something that I feel works, so maybe try that out as well. Also, with that, if you're looking for coaching and you want to work with someone, I'll put my website right here. Just fill out the form on my website, and I'll get back to you about making a custom plan that is perfect for you. Otherwise, I have pre-made plans where I just send it your way, you do exactly what's on it, and then you get results. So if you want to contact me about that, again, website should be right there. Just click on that. Should be super easy to navigate to and get the results that you're looking for. Finally, the last one that I want to talk about, it's kind of like a half NEAT is what I would call it, since you are doing exercise in this example, but it's not like you're going to the gym or something. Let's say you're watching a show or you're watching YouTube or whatever else, and there's advertisements that come on. You can just do push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, whatever else in the meantime as that's going on, and that's going to count as NEAT. Again, you're doing exercise in this example, but it's kind of similar to the fact that it's such something that you're doing in your leisure time. If you're at the stair stepper at the gym, that's intentional. But if you're just walking upstairs at your work, that's not intentional exercise. So I kind of call it a gray area in this sense. But these are just some of the examples that I thought of. I mean, even like your hobbies can count, so walking your dog, that's not something you're doing purposely for exercise, but that counts. So maybe walk your dog farther. If you're into gardening, that's another great hobby for exercise. There's other ones that you can think of as well, just for hobbies that can be helpful for that. But if you're not trying to pick up a new hobby, obviously, just to burn more calories, but some hobbies that if you have already had interest in, they can be helpful for NEAT as well. So I thought I would bring them up. Again, all of these by themselves might not be a lot of calories, but over the span of a day, week, month, and you're consistently doing them, especially like the parking in the back of the parking lot or always using stairs, those are really, really helpful. If you add them up over time, that gets to be a lot of calories. That's going to increase your adherence to your diet because you're able to eat more calories per day and you're able to lose more weight. Or if you're bulking in that situation, you have more calories that you can eat per day. So you're less likely to, cheat on your diet or whatever else, right? So these are just examples that I have found helpful and that other people have that I've worked with. And so if you want to implement them, I think they're good ways of getting those extra calories in. Again, a 500 calorie difference over a week, so 500 calories every single day, comes out to 3,500 calories. That's a pound of fat. So increasing these small little things that seem super stupid, but over a week, they can add up. So if you can implement them, again, the parking lot one is just so easy. Like if you're not parking in the back of the parking lot to walk, given that you don't have, a physical disability, right? Obviously that makes sense. But if you are physically capable of walking from the backside of your parking lot to your work, just do it. It's so easy to burn extra calories that way that you don't even have to think about. So yeah, there's a couple examples. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to do so. I'm going to post more content on this YouTube for information about my blog posts that I've posted, otherwise new content as well. I also post my shorts on here, so if you want to see those as far as the short form content that I make. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about today, make sure to comment. Otherwise, if you have anything that you would like me to cover, leave a comment as well. I read all the comments, and so I can make a post about what you have interest in. So yeah.